Adrian just flashes himself out. How are they still alive? Intense back and forth from Echo Fox. That was sick.
What's up, everyone? Zirene here. This week on The Breakdown, we're going to look at the final team fight and events that led to Echo Fox closing out the fastest game of the 2018 NA LCS Spring Split. In order to have a team go from being just 4,000 gold ahead at 20 minutes to winning just 2 minutes and 45 seconds later requires fierce coordination and a lot of small things going just right. 21.5 minutes into the game, Echo Fox are 5,500 gold up and have taken Baron. And in order to maximize the push of their Baron buff, they set up in a 1-3-1, with Huni's Yasuo and Phoenix's Rise in the side lanes. Since Huni's lane is the side lane that still has turrets in it, Echo Fox want to play for vision in the topside jungle to protect Huni's push and enable their own rotations between the two lanes. As Echo Fox are setting up, Team Liquid look to use their powerful crowd control and team fighting composition to make a pick and get themselves back into the game. 3 members of TL camp in a bush, and it's a highly desired position for a topside jungle ward, so they lie in wait, and Xmithie looks to flank around. Adrian's Tahm Kench moves forward, placing a ward in the bush, and that's when TL pounce. Pobelter taunts and knocks him up, as Olay walks past Adrian and headbutts Altec's Kalista away. Because Olay didn't combo Altec, it's clear that Liquid aren't after a full fight since they don't have Impact's Hextech Ultimatum off of cooldown. Instead, they're looking to kill Adrian, or at the very least, force Altec's Fate's Call. But they aren't able to get either of those right off the bat, and Echo Fox make the call not to run, but to turn and take the fight. Let's get into it. After Olay headbutts Altec away, Huni and Phoenix both begin channeling teleport on the ward that Adrian had placed. This prompts TL to back up. Pobelter and Impact make it away safely, but Olay gets knocked up by Dardoch's Sejuani. Now that he's delayed by the Arctic Assault and slowed by Winter's Wrath, Olay has to pop his unbreakable will to survive. He's then further delayed in his retreat by Permafrost, and when it becomes clear that Olay won't be able to escape, Pobelter and Doublelift use their ultimates to turn just as Xmithie's Kha'Zix is ready to crash into Echo Fox's backline. Doublelift's Chain of Corruption is on course to make contact with Dardoch and then threaten to spread to his teammates. But something ridiculous happens. Huni's teleport completes, and he throws down an immaculate wind wall that both prevents Doublelift from following up on his team's engage, and it also destroys the Chain of Corruption. The reason that this works, even though the Chain of Corruption is already past Huni's location, is because Yasuo's wind wall can block things from behind its cast vector due to the wall being slightly larger than Yasuo. This window for blocking projectiles from behind is 1/15 of a second, or 0.067 seconds. But even with the Chain of Corruption out of the picture, Pobelter's hero's entrance is primed to hit 4 members of Fox. And seeing this, Altec flashes out of the knockup zone, which also avoids the spikes and slow from Xmithie, and he rescues Adrian with Fate's Call. Pobelter was primed to knock up 4 people, but ends up only hitting 2, and with the Chain of Corruption not landing, Dardoch actually had the opportunity to dodge out of the zone and make it so that Pobelter only hit a single person. But now that Fox have successfully played around the big teamfight ultimates from Liquid, they can start to turn the fight completely around. Phoenix arrives, and Adrian throws himself back into the fight. Adrian exhausts Doublelift to further prevent him from contributing damage, and Huni's 0-kill, 3-death Yasuo creates a temporary distraction for Doublelift and Olay, and then he glides away with Sweeping Blade. And as Phoenix is looking to burst the backline, Impact's ultimate finally comes off of cooldown, and he uses it onto Altec. The rest of TL can't reach Altec, and the low-health Adrian becomes the new target. Impact hits Adrian with the first attack from Precision Protocol, but before he can press Q again to dish out another instant attack, Dardoch applies the final stack of Permafrost and stuns Impact, leaving Adrian with only 99 HP. With Impact stunned up, Doublelift is the only one left to deliver the final blow, and as his attack is flying at Adrian, Altec finally casts Rend, pulling spears out of Impact and Pobelter, which causes Adrian's Knight's Vow to heal him for 96 health. which ends up being the exact number of health points that Adrian survives the attack with. And because Adrian doesn't die, TL get no kills, and Echo Fox clean up the fight, resulting in a 5-for-0 ace. Fox then make an immensely bold call, and they push to end the game. Everyone but Dardoch focuses down the mid-tier 2 turret as he pushes up to begin taking his Demolish rune on the next turret. Fox then continue to push, and as they're killing the inhibitor, Phoenix begins casting Realm Warp to transport his team and the minions to the Nexus turrets. As the Realm Warp completes, the inhibitor falls at the exact same time, and Echo Fox continue their destruction of the base. You can tell how coordinated they are because not a single person throws an attack onto the top Nexus turret before the bottom one is dead. Fox end up killing 4 turrets, 1 inhibitor, and TL's Nexus in just 35 seconds. And when the Nexus explodes, all of TL have respawned, and 4 of them are already engaging or about to engage onto Echo Fox. Looking back, this was an incredibly bold call to end the game, and the reason that Fox were able to do so was the difference in coordination between these two teams. When Team Liquid engaged and didn't get what they were looking for right away, Fox forced them into a fight where they were hesitant to fully commit. Xmithie had melee range and a flank onto Altec, but he didn't pressure him. And Olay flashed out of the fight and then looked to re-enter it as his team retreated. Echo Fox, on the other hand, demonstrated perfect alignment in their aggression. When Fox face-checked TL, they were ready to move from their 1-3-1 directly into a fight, and everyone played their part to make the Nexus fall before TL could answer. Phoenix Realm Warped and shaved 3 seconds off the travel time from the minions. Huni cleared the minion wave mid-fight and allowed them to push faster, and Dardoch and Altec kept Adrian alive. And it may seem small that the support didn't die, but it meant that Adrian got to contribute 2,606 damage to structures in that final push. Because of this flawless close to the game, Echo Fox now hold both the record for fastest game in the NA LCS 2018 Spring Split and first place going into Week 7. Hey everyone, Zirene here. If you see a play that you think deserves a breakdown, tweet at me at LOLZirene and use the hashtag #TheBreakdown.